Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your support. I hope you all are doing well. Please stay safe. Today I'll be making a dress. I'll be using this for the pattern. This is shoulder line, chest line, bust point 10 inches, under bust 13 inches, waistline 16 inches, neck width of 3.5. I'm going to make up shoulders dress. Because it's off shoulder, I'll minus some inches from the upper parts. I'll minus like 4 inches or 6 inches. You can minus 5 inches also, but I'm going to minus 4 inches. So from shoulder I'll measure 4 inches. I'll minus 4 inches. Four inches, 4 inches, so this is minus 4 inches. I will mark half of her bust span measurement. Her bust span measurement is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'll mark 4 inches. I'll connect the line. Okay, so now I'm going to mark the dart. This is her half length waistline. I'll mark half inch on both sides. Half. Under bust, I'll mark 0.75 on both sides. 0.75. Here I'll check what I have. Her shoulder measurement is 8 inches, neck width of 3.5 inches, shoulder measurement of 8 inches. I'll check what I have. I have 4.5. Half of 4.5 is 2.25. This is 2.25. I'll connect it to the bust point. So on the upper part here, I'll mark half inch on this side and 1 inch on this side. I have this pattern on my channel already. I'll put the link in the description. Anything that you don't understand on this pattern, you'll watch that video because it's well detailed. Half 1. I'll connect it to the bust point. This is bust point. I'll come down by half inch. From this half inch, I'll connect it to under bust. From the under bust, I'll connect this 0.75 to waistline half inch. 0.75 to half inch waistline. Okay, I'll blend this point. I'll blend it. So if you want, you can adjust your underbust tightening. This is what she wants. I'm not gonna pad it. I'll just use only interfacing for it. I'll use only Estee fabric interfacing. I will not use wadding. I want to mark her neckline. To get her neckline, I will use her upper chest measurement. This part of her upper chest, I'll come in by 2 inches, and this side, I'll come in by 2 inches. So what I have in the middle, I will use it for the measurement. So on her own case, I came in by 2 inches on this side and 2 inches on this side. So I have 11 inches in the middle. So 11 inches, I'll use it for her neckline. So because the fabric is on fold, I'll divide it into 2. 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So I'll use 5.5 for her neckline. But there are so many methods to get the neckline. I'm going to mark her neckline. I will use 5.5 inches for her neckline. 5.5 plus this 1.5, because I'll cut this 1.5 off, is 7 inches. 5.5 plus 1.5 is 7 inches. I will measure 7 inches. Seven inches, or you will measure what you have here. I have 4.5, 5.5. This, from this 5.5 inches, I'll connect it to her chest line. Her bust measurement is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. Her waist measurement is 30. 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. 7.5. This is 7.5, quarter of her waist measurement, plus this 1 inch and 2 inches seam allowance. I'll mark 3 inches. 3 inches. I'll mark 2 inches on this side. This is her bust measurement. I'll mark 2 inches seam allowance. I'll connect it from this seam allowance to this seam allowance. I'll add half inch seam allowance on this part to join it to the lower part of the dress. I'm going to mark the neckline. No, this is off shoulders pattern, so I'm going to use it for the video that I'm making today. But if you want to make yours just like off shoulders blouse, V neckline, sweetheart neckline, or round neckline, from this line you will come down by 1.5 2 inches or more, depending on how low you want it. So I'll mark 2 inches. So from these 2 inches, if you want V neckline, you will mark it this way. If you want round neckline, then if you want sweetheart neckline, you put it this way. I mark sweetheart neckline like this. Sweetheart neckline. This upper part, you can use it to make a dress, you can use it to make a blouse, but the only thing is that you adjust your waistline depending on how many that you want to take off here on at the under bust, how many that you want to take off, and this upper part, how many that you want to take off. This tie that I'm making today, I'm going to sew net on this side. I'll also sew cape on it. So there's no measurement for it. It depends on how you want it, how low you want the net, where you want the net to stop. I will mark mine at this point. This is bust point. If you want before bust point or so, but I will mark mine on bust point. So from this bust point, I will connect it to this point. Ignore this first sweetheart neckline. I'm making use of this. On this side, you can come down 1 inch, 2 inch, 1.5, 1.75, but I'll use 1.5. This is 1.5. I'll connect it to this point. I'll use this to cut out the net. I'll use this to cut out the net. So I've cut it. I don't need this. I'll use this to cut out the net. This is what I have. So I'll use this to cut out my main fabric. I'll add half inch seam allowance on this side. On this part, I'll add half inch seam allowance on this side. I'll use this to cut out the net. I'll add half inch seam allowance. This is for the back. I have zip allowance here. This is 1 inch for zip allowance. So I'm going to minus 4 inches. I'll mark 4 inches. So I'm going to minus 4 inches because it's off shoulders. I used 4 inches on the front pattern. From shoulder to this line is 4 inches, minus 4 inches because it's off shoulders. This is chest line, 9 inches, waistline, 16 inches. All my measurement will start from this line. I'm going to mark her bust pan measurement. Her bust pan measurement is 8 inches. Half of her bust pan measurement is 4 inches. I'll mark 4 inches. I'll connect the line. So here, this is waistline. I'll mark half inch on both sides. Half. This is chest line, 9 inches. You can mark your dart from this line to this point, or your chest line you come down by 1 inch. I'll come down by 1 inch. So I'll connect from this point to this half inch, from this point to this half inch. So now I'm going to mark the neckline. I used 5.5 inches on the front side, so on this side I'll mark 5.5 inches. 5.5. Her bust measurement is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. Her waist measurement is 30. 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. Plus 1 inch for that, 8.5. Okay. So I'm going to connect it from this neckline, 5.5 inches, to her bust measurement. I'm going to add seam allowance. This is her bust measurement. I'll add 2 inches. Waist measurement, I'll add 2 inches. I'll connect the line. I'll add half-inch seam allowance to join into the lower part of the dress. So for the back neckline, on this side I'll come down by 1.5 or 2 inches depending on what you want. So I'll curve it this way. So on this center back, I'll mark half inch on this side. From this half inch, I'll mark another zip allowance 1 inch. So I'll connect it this way. So I'm going to cut it. I will use it to cut out the main fabric. I will add half-inch seam allowance. I already have seam allowance on this side. This is what I have. This upper part, you can use it to make blouses, you can use it to make dresses. If you want to use it to make like peplum blouse, you will add peplum to it. You can use it to make circle dress, full circle dress, half circle dress, box split. I'm going to use it to make full circle dress. I'll put the link for the sewing in the description and also on the comment section. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.